What is going on, Shedheads? Welcome back. It is Friday the 13th, actually, which is a trip because I didn't realize that until I seen a post from Still Valley Vapors that it's Friday the 13th, and it said Merry Friday the 13th. And I was like, oh shit, it is? Because it was crazy because I got in my car, and for some reason, my car calendar was all screwed up, and it said it was the 14th. Don't know how that happened, so that was kind of weird.
Yo, shout out to Miner and shout out to Sick Boy. Shout out to Dick
dude, absolutely. To both you dudes. It's been a fucking while.
Yeah.
With that, let's get into tonight's episode. Just going to be a chill kickback episode. We're going to hang out with you guys, chit-chat just about some random bullshit, as we do on some of these episodes more and more nowadays. But with that being said, we're going to talk about what we're vaping on at the current moment. And let's start off with Chris. What you got, man?
All right, it's super simple for me. I got the heavy hitter in brass. On top, I have a brass Goon 25. My light's a little too. There you go. I polished the RDA because I didn't want the flavors to be there because it's been a while since I used it. But the mod still is like got a nice patina. But honestly, it looks good. Stig old chop top. The coils I have inside, they're from Coil Clout, but I don't remember which ones they are. But they're from Coil Clout. I found a package. I remember when I built this, and that's exactly what I'm using. And the liquid, it's like a DIY. It's like a peanut butter butterscotch ice cream. It's like what I would say. I've just cracked it. It's still not really there yet. I don't remember when I made it because I didn't write the date down. So that's all that I'm vaping though. So Sean, go ahead.
Well, first things first, I'll just address it. Your boy's been fighting a cold, so if I sound stuffed up and everything, that's why. But it's all good because I actually got my hands on a Infinite Swirl, that beautiful pineapple Mountain Dew, pineapple berry that they're doing over at the 7-Eleven stores, and it's tasting fantastic. And interestingly enough, Chris, we must have been thinking on a similar wavelength today because I was like, I need a stand mod. I need to be rocking a stand mod right now. And I thought that this would make a pretty nice looking setup. So I broke out the Dreamer 1.5, got the got the layer cake, on top with a tombstone chop top on there to bring the greens and blacks all together, make it look extra slick. And as you could tell, it is a well-loved mod where it's losing its coating.
Dude, where did you get that? Like 2017?
Oh, right when it came out, yeah. Like as soon as it dropped, I was one of the people to buy it. Yeah, so like, yeah, it's a well-loved, well-used mod. Breeze Tones triple 26ers on the inside. Conveniently still had the tin sitting right next to me. And on top of that, vaping another OG flavor I haven't vaped since, well, the vape shop closed. And that's solely cannoli. And this is ADV's bourbon custard cannoli. So it's the Casadaga cannoli flavor with the bourbon custard soul custardy combined, or Yeah, Soul Custody.
Inspired, whatever. Who knows?
So, well, this was literally made by John and Steve. So, the owner of both those brands. They used to co-own ADV. Now it's just owned by Steve of Beantown Vapor.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's the Casadaga recipe cannoli with their sorry, this is the cold making my brain fog. With Soul Custardy, the bourbon custard. There we go. Brain fog over. Off to you, James.
All right. Well, I'm still rocking the Reload 26 that I rewicked last week with that Bearded Viking acrylic on there, sitting on top of the Snowcap Matterhorn. Inside are some Drip Theory triple 27s, and you guys already know the deal. Because why not? It's the only thing I really vape anymore, to be completely honest with you. I have so many other delicious flavors lying around. Like I could see two right here off the side. I still have a little bit of some Playland left from FDH. Oh, brand new bottle of some eggnog there from Bottled Violence, as well as some of that banana custard. Ooh, maybe I need to throw that in something. I've been kind of thinking I need a little banana action either.
Dude, I haven't had that since it got released.
Yeah, that's like the newer one too, I think. Either way.
Yeah, that's the one that was at the meetup, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it came right after.
I don't remember. Either way. Yeah. It's still some good stuff. But yeah, it's really all I'm vaping on at the moment. Currently. I want to rewick something, but I don't have anything prepared at the moment. Unfortunately, I didn't have much time. I was running, short on time after work today, so unfortunately didn't have the time to do that. But with that being said, we're just going to kick back and hang out with you guys and chit chat. But we got to find out about one more thing that we do, on the side here, that we call Shed Time Podcast. And it's time to find out what's new in the shed.
Well, friends, Shed Time Podcast, as you can already tell, is the podcast that we do. And it's available every Monday, wherever you get your podcasts. And we are now at the end of season 5. 5 years in the books this Monday. Crazy. We're going to take a couple weeks off, regroup, prep for season 6, get that all rolling out nice and strong so that first Monday of January, y'all get your first fix of season 6. But in this final episode, we get talking about how Little Debbie ripped me off, man. And if you're a patron over there on Patreon, you're going to get to see it firsthand, how Little Debbie is truly ripping me off. And I was very surprised, very disappointed, honestly. And then, of course, we got to get talking about Blue Dreams because, if you know what we're talking about, having a nice blue dream is a great way to fix your mind space. Of course, we get talking about Kendrick's new album, GNX, and, in a previous episode of the podcast, if you're a regular listener, James told me I needed to listen to it. I spent some time with it.
Oh.
I started giving him my feedback, and we have a great conversation.
By the way, I've got some more new hotness for you to listen to. Dropped today.
Oh.
Missionary, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre.
Oh, that dropped today?
Bro, start from the beginning.
Let's go.
And listen all the way through, bro.
Let's go.
I listened to it twice today. The whole album.
That's good news.
And there's a cool little short movie thing that they kind of did that encompasses a couple of the songs from the album, and the story's pretty fucking cool, dude. Not only that, but Method Man narrates part of it. Check it out.
Hip hop. I love it. But of course, we get into our Spotify Wraps. We talk about ramen noodles and so much more. So, of course, check out the Shed Time Podcast everywhere podcasts are found. You can also go to shedtimepodcast.com, find links to Patreon and our merch store where you can cop the ill Shed Time hat and so much more. So that's all that's new in the shed.
Oh, yeah, dude. But yeah, dude, what I thought was also pretty fucking genius about some of the marketing for this album is, of course, the first album they did together was Doggy Style. This one, of course, they went and named it Missionary. But dude, if you see the album cover art,
I'm looking at it right now.
It's pretty
All right.
fucking hilarious because it literally just says missionary on like a black wrapper of, you know what I mean? And then when you actually pull the vinyl or like the CD out, like the cover on it, it's pretty hilarious. I'd say just check it out on Instagram or whatever. But dude, hilarious.
Dude, it kind of reminds me of like almost like Guinness. It's like a Guinness vibe.
What do
I
you
mean,
I
mean?
don't know why,
that
like the
that's
way that it's done on
No,
the
it's
condom
it's more
wrapper.
like a Magnum condom is
I
what
was
it's
gonna
supposed
say.
to
It's a
be.
Trojan Magnum, 100%.
That's
Okay.
exactly what it is because when you
All
pull
right,
out
all
the
right.
sleeve on the inside, it's literally got like it looks like a condom. It's pretty fucking hilarious. Anyway, really good listen, highly recommend it, especially if you're someone like myself and really enjoyed like that era of hip hop when like when Doggy Style dropped and like the whole, Death Row aftermath, like all that sort of shit. Dude, it just brings back that, but with, also of course still being relevant and you know what I mean? It's pretty fucking legit,
Well,
dude.
I mean, I just said fuck it, and I just put it on in my headphones now while
Me
we're
too.
talking about it. And
Me too.
this is literally that West Coast gangsta funk, but for the modern age.
Dude, Dre's a fucking genius, bro.
Yeah, like that's the amazing thing about Dre, right? Is that like he has produced records for people that like when you start to look at the catalog
Oh,
of people outside of hip hop he's produced for, you go, wait a minute,
dude,
he made that banger and that banger?
speaking of which,
No.
there's a song on this album that you guys will get to at some point. Last Dance with Mary Jane. And the reason why this song is on there is because there was a point in time where Tom Petty was doing an interview and he says whenever Dre does his rendition of Last Dance with Mary Jane, it's going to be an instant hit. And apparently Tom Petty's family reached out to Dre, got him all the original vocals and tracks and shit, and they redid that song. Of course, it's not exactly the same song, but it's got Tom Petty's vocals and harmonica playing on it. And dude, it's
Dude, that's gonna be super,
it's pretty
super cool.
crazy. Oh, and
Oh,
also
you've
Jelly
heard
Roll
it?
sings the hook.
Oh, but you haven't heard it. It's not. That was what you
Who?
said first, right?
No,
Me?
like it's on this album,
It's on
Chris.
this
Yeah,
album.
I've heard this album
Oh,
twice already today.
my
Yeah.
bad. I did not appreciate. I missed that part.
Yeah. I've already heard
Yeah.
this album twice today.
Like I'm excited for that because I've known a couple of, underground hip hop artists who, they've sampled the song Last Dance with Mary Jane, made beats out of them and, made songs with them. But that's way different than having all of the source material and being Dr. Dre and using it. You know what I mean? Like these kids are just cutting up the classic song and trying to loop it in a way that works. Dre has all the stems. He has every piece. He could just cut, chop. Oh, I want this, and it's unfucked with. That excites the hell out of me.
I'm not a huge Tom Petty fan, but I do enjoy that song.
I don't like
Here's
dislike Tom Petty, but I like hearing songs that I know and I'm familiar with, like sampled or recreated. That to me, that's cool. There's been other shit in the past that I enjoyed like that.
here's the thing about Tom Petty. This was pointed out to me by an old boss of mine who I really appreciated. He's a great mentor for me. Um, but he said, the problem with Tom Petty is that he's very boring. It's A B A B A B done. That's how all of his music is.
Well, like even his
Yeah,
voice, right?
what
I guess like
you're
his
not
voice was not like super grabby.
hold on
Right.
real quick. Ern, you're not getting what I'm saying. It's not a it's not that song. It's just got him on the hook. Trust me. It's not going to be anything like you're expecting. Trust me.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody up here is a big Tom Petty fan. So I don't think that you're the only non. I would not consider myself a Tom Petty fan at all.
Honestly, I think that I'm a bigger traveling Wilburys fan, which has Tom Petty in it, than I am a just plain Tom Petty fan.
See, I don't really like Neil Young that much, but I do not mind the Traveling Wilburys because
Same.
there's a couple guys in there that I do like.
And again, Neil Young, wicked fucking boring to listen to.
Yeah, it's just not my vibe.
Yeah, just
There's a couple other ones on this album that I really dig into, bro. Like
You know what's like really weird? How come did they release certain ones as singles? Because there's 3 songs that are already in the millions of views and everything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah,
is like less than 10,000.
they released like 2 or 3 within like the last like week or so leading up to it. Not only that, but when Snoop did his whatchamacallit, his thing in Fortnite, he premiered one of them that Sting is on, by the way. And then also there's one that's in a new upcoming movie that him and Janae Aiko did. That they
Oh, gorgeous.
gorgeous, yeah, good song too.
That's one of the ones that has a lot. Okay.
Yeah, but that one with Sting's kind of interesting too, because like I wasn't like expecting that kind of like thing, really, but it's pretty dope, dude. I did enjoy it for what it is. I just like Snoop,
right?
bro. It's hard for me not to enjoy it because I just enjoy the fuck out of Snoop.
That's
to be honest
right?
with
Like
you.
Snoop has become the everyman's rapper, right? Like the fact that people of every walk of life are like, yeah, Snoop Dogg's cool as fuck. Like, it's dope.
What I like too about the album too is like you get some of like that old Snoop feel, but then you also get like him doing. He's not the exact same on every song. Like he sounds like Snoop Dogg, obviously, but like his flows on each song are all so different that it just shows how versatile he is. And it just like shows like this dude's just been in the fucking game for so fucking long, dude. It's crazy. He could pretty much do anything at this point.
I just want to say this Hard Knocks song really feels like a shot at Jay-Z.
Who knows, dude?
Got the kids singing on it, just like Hard Knock Life, you know, like nope. I'll say already, just from the 4 songs I've heard so far, this album's pretty dope.
Well,
I'm
anywho,
on track 4 and I'm vibing.
we'll switch off of the Snoop Dogg talk and we'll come back to it later. You guys end up grabbing up any good deals over Black Friday or anything that you were stoked about, or pick up anything cool over like the past few weeks?
I bought nothing cool. I bought some things that are essential. But I got deals on them. So that was good. I like ordered a few concentrates I needed to like top up on and a bunch of bottles and some more VG because it was like 20 or 25% off. So I just thought, fuck
Dude,
it.
you know what what I did
I'm
take
set
advantage of though for a Black Friday deal? Got myself 6 sets of batteries, bro. I got 3 sets of 21700s. Well, actually, I have 5 sets because I gave 1 set of 18650s to my mom. But dude, I got 6 brand new Molicel P45Bs, and I'm so stoked. I kind of wish I was able to grab the newest Molicel, but unfortunately, nobody had them in stock when I went to go buy them. Of course, dude, you missed out. That sale was a pretty clutch sale. I'm not sure if they're still at that price. If they are, I would say jump on them because I think it was only like 4 something a battery for the 21s, which is pretty decent because I think the last time I bought them, they were like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7, maybe a little more. I'm not sure. Yeah, the P50B's been out of stock for a minute. Yeah. What else did I get? Of course, grab myself some new Shed Time essentials that I might actually talk a little bit about on our next podcast recording, because I don't even think I brought it up last time, but I was pretty stoked about those pickups. But dude, what I am kind of like stoked on is I grabbed up some pretty cool like gifts for like my brother and my sister, which weren't really necessarily my idea at first. It was just something that I asked my mom, I was like, hey, I need to find something to get, Dusty and Lacey, as well as their significant others. Do I get them all each one thing, or do I maybe get them something that they could enjoy as a couple, as like couple sort of thing? And I found something pretty slick that I'm pretty stoked about. I don't want to say it just in case they're watching. I don't know if they do watch this show. But if they do, I don't want to say. But pretty stoked on that. Picked up my dad pretty cool gift that he's been talking about getting some for a while, so hopefully he'll enjoy that. Already got my mom locked down. Dude, one thing I was excited about, bro, I got my nephew the coolest fucking shit, dude. It's like this, like, it's called a play cube. So it's like this like wooden box sort of situation that's got like all these different like fucking like activities and like toys and stuff on it. Like, you remember when you were a kid in the doctor's office and they had like that wire thing with the little beads on it where you'd slide them all around like the little track or whatever? It's got like one of those on top, as well as like stuff on the sides. It's got like little puzzle pieces and different things it can move and shit, and I'm pretty stoked about that. And then I also picked him up a couple extra onesies and baby clothes when I was at Six Flags. So I got him some Batman and Flash accoutrement to wear, you know what I mean? Because he's a boy, man. He needs to be repping some Batman or something, you know what I mean? I did get him one that couldn't wait to give him, because his mom found out about it and she really liked it and wanted it. But it was an Arkham Asylum onesie. So it was an orange onesie that's like, on the back it said extremely dangerous, and on the front it said like Arkham Asylum. So it was like like a little jumpsuit, like he was like locked up in the asylum. I was like, dude, this is so
That's
sick.
awesome.
And then I got him one other thing too. I don't remember. But yeah, dude. I'm already like, I also got him this like, couldn't wait till Christmas. So the next time he came over, I had to fucking rip it open and give it to him. But it's like a Fisher Price like controller that's got like a bunch of different like buttons and stuff on it that like make different like retro video game noises and stuff. But they also like, you flip a switch and then like you push different buttons and it tells you like the different colors and numbers and like that sort of thing. So now he's got his own controller to, play with when mom and dad are video gaming or whatever.
Hell yeah.
That's the one thing that I've been like super like stoked about lately, is just like being able to like look at toys and not feel stupid for looking at them, because now I can get them and enjoy them with my nephew, and it's like that's the excuse, instead of just getting them and being a 30-year-old man buying toys. Anyways, let's see what people got in chat out here. Ern said he broke his beaker. Dude, found a simple 9-inch thick for 22. Damn, dude, that's nice. Yeah, dude, get that Cobra some use, man. Hashtag Cobra Strike. What about you guys out there in chat? You guys pick up anything slick for Black Friday, or anything cool as of late? Any new gear or anything like that? Oh, MJ Arsenal, huh? Look at you, fancy. See, Horatio, I looked at that sale 4 times and was going to buy something, but talked myself out of it every single time. Because Vapors Cloud did have that 40% off sale for Black Friday. And
really?
There was a point where I almost bought myself a San AIO, which is like their like billet sort of thing. And then I didn't do it. And then I almost
dude, was that 40% off?
Yes, everything, the whole entire site.
So how much was that?
It was $100.
That must have been like $100. That's it?
Yeah.
And you didn't just insta pull the trigger? Wow.
Dude, well, this is the other thing, Chris, because then they have their Pixel, which is like their internal battery, like super small, tiny new Boro thing that they just did. And that was even cheaper. And I didn't even buy that.
Wow.
There was a point
Eh,
where I had both of those and like I think maybe an RDA or something in there. And it may have been the new Nightmare or something. I don't remember. But dude, multiple times, and I talked myself out of it because I was like, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna use it once or twice, and it's gonna go on the shelf and it's gonna sit there. When was the last time you
okay.
seen me use any Boro device?
I mean, I don't think it's been recently.
And I have multiple. Do I need any more? I don't even use
Oh,
the ones I
absolutely not.
have.
No. I'm
That's
just
where
saying
I
I'm
went with it, bro.
surprised with like it being that that's like that's not cheap, but I mean that's not crazy to just throw at something that's
Yeah.
cool, you know?
Um, Dickie Mo says I picked up a puzzle from Twisted Timmy. Is that
A
what is?
muzzle.
Oh, a muzzle? Oh, is that like a Boro or a bridge of some sort?
Yeah, actually I have no idea.
Cthulhu from E-Sig.
E-Sig 1.
Okay. So I get my suspension fixed. I'm trying not to buy fun things. I hear that. Oh, the muzzle from Reload. Okay. I know what you're talking about now. Ratio said I should have got a Nightmare V2. Yeah, dude, I thought about it because I would have used that for sure. If it's an RDA, bro, I'll use it. The new
Oh wow, it was
Asgard
ours.
2. Yeah,
Wow, dude.
I was never a big Asgard fan, personally. RBA for dot mod. Gotcha. My latest has been my second Kennedy 28, and I just ordered 2 original Bonzas. Dude, remember the Bonza, Chris?
Yeah, I did. Honestly, I liked the Bonza.
We used to rock them pretty hard for a minute, dude. I knew you rocked
Yeah.
yours pretty heavy, even long after I stopped rocking mine.
Yeah, because I got like the brass cap. It was a
Mm-hmm.
25, and I was like using on like my Dreamer and shit. Looked fucking sharp.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about the Asgard, but I was never super like
I
in
hated
love with it.
it. It melted my mouth so bad that I struggled to vape for like 4 days from hot liquid. And
Like,
like
which is crazy though, because I
it's
like a lot
horrible.
of the other Vapors Cloud RDAs, like the Valhalla, the Nightmare. Um,
The original Nightmare is good.
yeah,
I like
I
it.
really dug the Nightmare, dude.
Even the Temple. I like the Temple.
Yeah,
I have the Temple
I never
28
got
and
the
the Temple
Temple.
25.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about the Asgard. I just never really dug it.
Yeah, it was pretty hot for a minute.
For sure, a lot of people really enjoyed it. I don't know what it was. Nightmare V2 is nice too, but I'm a huge Asgard. Yeah. I used the RDA for Vaping V2 and a Danny V3 more than anything else right now. I hear the Danny V3 is really good. I've never used one personally, but coil placement can be a pain to get dialed perfectly, but once you find the sweet spot, it's amazing. I'm sure. I don't know. There's just something about it that I don't know. I just didn't never really stuck. Um, Bonza is a classic. There's a new one coming? I'd be curious to see what a newer Bonza would look like.
Oh, really? This is a new one? You know what I wish? I wish that the Bonza tube would come back too. I wish he would like make a new version of that and then have a constant contact.
Yeah, I never got the Bonza
I still
tube.
have mine. Maybe I'll try to remember it and I'll use it
He has
next
a
week.
Pro coming out. Oh,
Oh.
Vapors Cloud? I would guess that's who he does most of his stuff with.
Well, I wonder if he'd be allowed to use that. Like, is there because that was with his deals with Vandy Vape? I don't know. I
Uh,
don't know how all that stuff works.
do you guys know who it's with by chance?
I
Hungry
hope it's
Hippo or
shorter.
Horatio?
I might
I'm
actually
sh-
buy that.
Oh, I would for sure.
That'll be like the one thing I buy in 2024 or 2025.
Yeah, it's gonna
Really.
be 2025 probably.
That'll be the one thing I buy. That and liquid.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be with Vandy because he hasn't done anything with Vandy Vape in a long time. I would probably see it probably coming out with either Suicide or Vapors Cloud. Because Vandy Vape, I don't think has done anything with anybody other than Tony B in a long time. Because didn't they do the
Waterfall
Pulse?
was everywhere.
Dude. Oh, Sick Boy said bless you. Whoever sneezed. Yeah, dude, I honestly, I wish Vapors Cloud would make more mechs too, bro. But at the same time, I'm saying this, and I'm going back to the conversation we were just having earlier. I really don't need to buy anything else until I get rid of some shit, I think. Yeah, dude, I don't even remember the last time I used my triple X. There's so many mods over there that I don't even remember the last time I even touched them.
Dude, there's
The only problem is
there's so much stuff.
if I were to get rid of shit, it's like I don't even know where half the packaging and stuff is for a lot of stuff anymore. So it'd just be like as is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that too, Hungry Hippo, but after a while and you get a collection like myself and you just sit here and you just stare at it just all collecting dust, it kind of irritates you after a while. At least it does me.
Nah, dude, honestly, sometimes I do like go and look, and although like I used to say, oh, I can justify this. I mean, I spent so much money on cigarettes, like I have nothing to show for it. But like it was kind of nice that way because now I would go into like a spot of like my house and there's just so much vape gear, and I'm like, I spent so much money on this vape gear. And it's all just I haven't used it since moving. Like, it's like all these different things.
Yeah,
That's what
see,
it
Sick
is.
Boys with me. He says same. I cleared out half of my stuff over the last 2 years. Oh yeah, I don't get me wrong, dude. I also have collections of other things too that are out of hand, but that's slightly different. Um. Oh, dude, Drip Theory, don't even get me started on price of mods and them being too much to justify because there's so many things out there that I would never be able to justify buying, even though they are cool as shit. It's honestly sometimes the price on things really blows my mind that someone would pay that much for something that operates pretty much the same as something that you could get for shit a quarter of the price sometimes. Just because it looks cool. That's one thing I don't necessarily get, bro. I've never really been into like the high end stuff just because like the price point. I don't. If it costs $200, it better vape its damn self, bro. You know what I mean? If it's an RDA, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah, I really can't see
I
how
can't.
anything would be worth
That
$200.
think
This is the thing, though, right?
the most
I think
expensive
that
thing I own, I think, is this, and I didn't even buy it.
no, but like James, think about it. This is the way I'm gonna think about it right now, and maybe we can make sense of that because it's really hard for me. But let's just say that your favorite RDA. So like the RDA for vaping two, we'll say that that's your favorite. I think that it's one of my favorites also. If that costs $200 and I know how it vaped, I think I would buy one
Nope.
because I would be like, that's better than everything else I have, other than the layer cake. Which the layer cake, it's just I have two of them. I don't know where all the other ones are, and I don't like builds in either one of them, and they're not even old, and that's why I haven't taken them out. But I really do like the RDA too. I think I'd pay $200 for it one time if I knew.
Nah, I
But I
still
wouldn't
wouldn't do
have
it.
to.
I
Yeah,
still wouldn't do it. If I knew I could get something at a price that's a quarter of that, that's pretty damn close, there's no way I'm justifying the 200. You know what I mean? I'd go the more of the budget route.
So I think the OG
I'd rather have
rye,
multiple of something than one of something that, you know what I mean?
yeah, the OG rye was the most expensive RDA because I think that was like 80 when it first dropped.
Yeah, 75, $80.
75, $80. Yeah. And I bought 2 of them for me and 2 of them for my wife because we liked it that much.
I would never buy a purge mod personally, Paul Cole.
So like, yeah, Sean, you're not that far off. I mean, I would probably pay. I would pay $100 for a rye, easy. Like I do like it. I'm just like in mode right now. Maybe I need to bust a rye and just use it for a fucking month.
I got a 1.2 right here. This one is permanently married to this squonk. I put the squonk.
Oh yeah, that's another fucking pricey mod that I don't even use.
These were fucking silly money.
Yeah, went to like $300. We'll say they're $300.
My wife's was one
Hers
of the
was
more
more than
expensive
mine.
ones because hers is the all Juma. Hers was, I know, over 300.
Yeah, I know you about that. You're about that high end life there. And here's the thing. I'm not passing judgment on anybody. I'm just saying for me personally, I can't justify it to myself because it just doesn't make sense.
I mean, especially
it's probably also because I've not saying that I am like poor or anything. It's just like I don't have that kind of expendable income to throw hundreds of dollars at things. You know what I mean? Even though there are a few things I have, but those are things that I've saved up for or whatever, or I fucking, I planned it out sort of thing, but that's slightly different.
I think part of it too, right, is like it's especially now. Like years ago when we were deep in it, when we were where we were, like the hype machine was heavy. Shit was dropping every day. Like shit was cool. We were on the train. Now we've really kind of settled into our vaping habit, and like it almost doesn't make sense to spend wild amounts of money when you already know exactly where your vape world is. Like I kind of agree with you at this point. Like when the Dreamer Clutch dropped, it was like, all right, cool. That's something that like I definitely want to get my hands on. I got my hands on it. I enjoy the shit out of it.
That's kind of what.
But it's not a crazy expensive mod.
I kind of. There's a few people that are kind of touching on that too. Like Ben says, I have a few high end pieces. They are better than some of my cheaper stuff, but not all. And then Drip Theory right behind him says, I have a few pricey mechs, but you quickly realize you can get the same performance for less than $100. 100%. But yeah, like Sick Boy saying here, it was a hobby for him for a few years. If it's something like, I totally get that, bro, and that's why I have the collection that I have now, is because it was a real huge hobby of collecting and trying all these different things. But now I'm at the point now where I've collected a lot of things, and I know what works. I have a few different things out of every little niche at some point that I've tried. Some I don't like. Some I like more than others, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm at the point now where I think I'm just good. But I've been doing this for, how long have we been fucking doing this show? You know what I mean?
So 7, 8 years, something like that.
And dude, when we first started, bro, like I was having packages showing up almost every other day of shit that I was ordering, bro. It was bad.
Dude, I'd have
and then
like, little fast
when I did have a couple companies sending me a few things too,
all the time.
Then I'd have a few, all the things that I bought on top of the few things that I would get from the few companies that did send me things, which wasn't very often. Dude, it was just ridiculous, man.
Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong. I definitely miss the days where like it was popping. Like I swung into my local vape shop, grabbed some liquid tonight, and it's like I go in now to see this dude, and it's like a minute transaction. I'm out the door. There's never anybody else in there. Like no one's hanging out. It's not it's not a culture the way it was, and it's a shame. But I mean that is the price we paid with flavor bans in Massachusetts. We lost a lot of the culture, and it's a shame.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still a hobbyist at heart. Obviously, we continue to do the show. Like, I still like fiddling with vape gear and building things, you know, trying different liquids here and there and stuff. But, you know, for a majority of the time, you know, I'm pretty stagnant as far as my vaping goes. It's like I vape one setup all week, and then maybe on a Friday I'll change it up, and then that'll be the setup for the next week. And, you know, most of the time it doesn't vary too far from, you know, one week to the next, but you know, maybe a mod switch up, might be an Addy switch up. Very few, not very often is it a liquid switch up, let's be honest. But it is kind of crazy though how far my just we've come from when we started, you know what I mean? And like kind of just how things have kind of ebbed and flowed over time. It's a trip. Ben says I've been using the same two setups for the past 3 months, I think. Yeah, dude, I definitely been there, dude. The Odin V2 and the RDA for vaping have been getting a lot of use. That's like been my work combo for months now, I think. I think pretty much since I got the Odin V2, that's pretty much been my like work setup.
Also, I dig that song "Fire." It says "Fire" featuring Coco Sorrel.
Oh yeah,
that's a banger.
There's a
Dude,
few on there that are really good.
The track is fucking.
The Tom Petty track was fire.
Told you.
The Sting track was dope. Like the Sting track was cool. I like the thing.
Did you get to the one with M and 50 yet?
I'm assuming it's the one that Chris is on because I'm on it too. Yeah.
No, I'm on Fire because I stopped it. Go back. I wanted to hear like Snoop's part again. So I just let it play again.
Yeah, because I'm on Guns and Smoke now, the one with Fifth and M, and hearing 50 flow like this is cool as shit.
I got 10 seconds before that starts.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've given a lot of things away too over the years to family members, just people around. You know what I mean? Hungry Hippie says I've had an Aegis 3 with a nitrous on it for like 3 months now. Something peanut butter in there always. Hell yeah, dude. Sometimes you just find that setup and it's just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? Just keep it rocking. Just re-wick it. Here's the thing, Horatio. There was a time where my buffet would take about 15 minutes at the top of the show because I'd have about 8 things set up on my desk. But after a while, dude, you just after years and years of fucking doing it, and then the upkeep on all that shit is fucking crazy. And then at a certain point, dude, it's just I couldn't keep up with all of it, and then I just got to a point where I only vape one liquid, so it doesn't make sense to have 7 setups with the same liquid in it, because you're not going to get too much variation. You might get slight differences, but it's not going to be too different from one thing to the next to justify having mango in 7 setups, so I just set up one now.
I mean, I used to have like, if you go back into a green room in like 2019, 2020.
Oh, dude, there was a time where all 3 of us would have at least 3 setups. At least. 3 was a minimum there for a long time.
There would probably be times that like James would have had like 5, 6. I remember one time, it's funny because I remember going back and trying to find some of like the earliest episodes, and there was an episode and Sammy was on. And dude, I just like ended up like I was kind of going through everything, and then like I just was like, oh, let's see what Sammy was vaping, because dude, this was in like 2019, probably 2018, maybe even. And he had like 5 setups, and everybody's like, just like, oh man, that's dope. You know, it's like No, it was like, yo, huge fucking buffet because we probably all had just a ton of stuff.
Well, dude, because the thing was, it was like at that time I was getting 4 or 5 things in a week. So I had to show everything off on Friday and be like, oh, this is all the new shit that I got. This is all the new stuff that's coming up. You know what I mean?
Horatio is asking if you ever get vapor's tongue from vaping the same juice every day.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
No, proper hydration, like Ben said, is key.
That honestly, that's a big thing that I don't think a lot of people realize is you have to make sure that you fucking drink if you're someone who vapes a lot, because dude, you will dehydrate yourself pretty fucking quick, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's like during the summertime, bro, I'm chugging water because I'm also vaping my face off, but gotta make sure you're staying hydrated. Speaking of which, I'll take another sip of this H2O.
I think that I like change. So it's not like I'm getting vapor's tongue to something per se. It's just like I like change. There's some liquids that fade on me fast, but more often than not, I just want to change.
My whole thing is it's like I like James said, I can't keep track of everything anymore. Like what I found is over time, like with the 3-4 setups and stuff, I'd find myself gravitating towards 1 or 2 of them more than the others anyway. And then eventually you just have a day where like you gravitated towards one a lot more than the others and you forget about one of those mods. And then anybody who's left a mod with wet wicks for a couple of days, you knows how awful. Like you got to rewick it. It's gross. You don't want to vape that now. And so like those things would happen. And so it just kind of got to a point where it's like, now I vape 1 bottle of liquid, then I move to a new bottle of liquid, then I move to a new bottle of liquid.
Even Grim's chiming in here. He says, I cloud chase loads of flavors, but I MTL only one, guava jelly. And that's kind of what the thing for me is like I dude, there was a point where I'd have 6 different liquids going. Like when I was have those multiple setups, none of those would have the same liquid in them.
Yep.
It was very rare that I'd have the same liquid in 2 setups.
That was also before Mango came out.
Exactly. So it's like I didn't find that one that just fucking hit the spot. There was a couple of liquids though that Blast Off had a fucking really heavy run for a long
Savage
time,
Marcellus,
dude.
Way back
Savage
in the
Marcellus
day.
was one that had a fucking heavy run. You know what I mean? There's a couple liquids that got, pretty heavy runs for a while, but there's nothing that's hit me like Homeboy Mango. It's where it's like I vape other things, and as soon as I blow it out, I instantly want a hit of mango. It's like, nah, that's not what I wanted. You know what I mean? It's like I almost correlate nicotine with mango now. Like if my nicotine doesn't come in mango, I'm not getting nicotine. It's weird because like even my pouch is all mango, bro. If it ain't mango, I don't want it. It's kind of ruined me, to be completely honest with you guys. But
he's a mango man.
It's just so fucking good, dude.
I mean,
and here's the thing. I totally get it. I might be fucking crazy. You know what I mean? I might be the only one that only vapes mango. And if so, I'm happy with that. Because this shit hits the spot for me. You know what I mean? It just pushes that fucking button. It scratches that itch. You know what I mean? It does all of the things I want. But there are times, every now and then, where I do like to switch it up here and there. But it's only for a short period because eventually it goes right back to mango.
Sounds like Casey's on the same.
Oh yeah, I know. Me and Casey are on that same wavelength. But Casey even takes it to an even higher level to where she only vapes mango and only a recoil, only on top of a hexome. Like she only vapes one single setup. One single liquid. That's it. That's what you get.
That's extreme.
And you know what? Respect.
No, like absolute respect, but that's extreme.
Yeah.
It's like Michelle.
I have rewicked that Addy for her once too.
Oh man, it's like Michelle with the clove in the round wire belt.
Yeah, it's
You're
good.
you're on that
Messes.
mango train now too, Ern? Hell yeah, dude.
Do you know what? I actually really like because I've ordered the combo packs of Homeboy shit. I can't remember which one it is. I think that it might be Heads. I actually really like that one.
Dude, that's hilarious. So apparently that time that I rewick Casey's recoil, Grim says that true facts. She still says it was the best rewick. Hell yeah, dude. That makes me feel good, dude, because I took my time, made sure I gave her what I would want to vape. You know what I mean? I wanted her to have the full frame Janklin experience. Dude, here's the thing about Heads, Nick. Do you remember when it first released? How that tasted? Because I know he changed it. And once he changed it, it didn't hit the same for me anymore. Because I really enjoyed the original Heads mix. Like, I thought it was pretty fucking good. Oh, you didn't try the original? Dude, the original Heads was good, dude. Because he did like one release when he like first came out with them. Oh,
I actually
really?
think I like the tropical also.
The tropical
The only
bangs.
one that I don't really, I'm not the biggest fan of the melon punch. After a while, watermelon is just too much for me. But it's a good flavor. I just
Dude,
I
on
find it to be
the
a bit too
tropical is
much.
another banger, I would say too, bro.
Yeah, tropical's good. Heads, both good. Mango's good.
Oh, you made some mangoes there, sick boy? Nice. Are they two different vibes? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, punch. I don't
Punch was
dislike
okay.
punch,
It wasn't my
but I'm not a
favorite
huge
though.
fan. Yeah.
I think I would my lineup if we were going just the Homeboy fruit flavors, I would go obviously mango first, tropical next, Heads, punch. I don't think I've tried the watermelon.
Yeah, it's watermelon punch.
Yeah, I don't think I've tried the melon punch or the watermelon punch.
It was like he had a sale, I can't remember, maybe like in the summertime in August, and it was
Ooh.
like all of his flavors. You got like all of them for like it's an $80 pack, but it was like $45. I don't know, it was cheap. So I just
Yeah.
said, fuck it. I'll get a couple bottles of mango that way, and then I'll get some other fruit flavors so I can just because I've been mixing a lot lately, honestly. I've just been vaping all my own shit for probably like the last like 2
Dude,
months.
a mango banana cream vibe? That kind of sounds good.
That sounds like that actually doesn't sound horrible,
Right?
I
It
would
kind of
say.
sounds
Yeah.
good, dude.
Like a mango cream.
Yeah, with a
Aaron
little
says?
hint of banana in there? Hell yeah, dude.
I could get
I'm
behind
jealous
that.
of all the Indonesian juices Grim gets. I haven't tried
There's
it.
definitely a
I've only
lot.
tried a couple of them. Couple of them they're a little out there for me, but some of them are pretty solid. Like that white peach gum, was it white peach gummy or something like that, Nick? That one was pretty good. I don't even really like peach that much.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure
Um,
there's definitely some weird ones because I remember somebody, I think it was like Twisted Messes was talking. He was vaping something a long time ago on like
yeah,
one of the shows.
that
I can't
one,
remember what it was.
milky white peach gummy. That one was actually pretty good, dude. And
Milky White Peach Gummy.
I keep saying
Huh.
that I'm not a peach fan, but like I gotta stop saying that because I do enjoy peach in certain aspects. Raisin cream cheese bagel.
No.
I remember hearing about that and being like, I would totally try that.
Oh yeah, mung bean. Thank
Yeah,
you, Trip
mung
3.
beans another one that's kind of out
I
there.
would not try that, Sean. I just couldn't do it.
I, it sounds so weird, but like I can see it actually tasting pretty dope.
That's funny though, Chris, that you said you don't think you would try it because you vaped a mozzarella cheese flavor, hit it once, and then asked if you could turn it up.
But
Yeah.
it was bad both times, but I wanted to make sure that I got the full vibe, you know?
This is true.
And that's true because it's on the internet.
Yep. The evidence is out there.
If you can find it, you can find it.
You know what? I'm gonna challenge myself this weekend to set up something with a different liquid in it and vape that for the weekend. Just cause.
I mean, you were just talking about getting some of that
I know,
banana custard rolling.
Might do some banana. But here's the thing though. You guys know me. I have to have something fruit going, dude. So I'm either gonna rewick this recoil and put, or not this recoil, rewick this reload and put mango back in it, or might do myself a little treat and put some blast off in it because I just
Dude,
ordered
blast
some.
off in an RTA. I'm telling you what,
I know
it is
bangs.
fucking.
But the only
so
reason why I kind of don't want to do it is because this is an acrylic thing, and I don't know if like the citrusy vibe is gonna affect it or not. I don't think it will. I think I've vaped it in this before. We'll see. We'll find out.
Ryan's saying the raisin bagel one is fire. Taste is on point.
That's really unfortunate for you, Ryan, but I'm so happy that you say it tastes on point. I would not want to try that.
I'm just sitting here looking over at my Addy stand of things, trying to figure out what I might want to set up. I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's the other problem, right? Is it's like decision paralysis. We've got so much shit that we end up just kind of like gravitating towards the same 5 items.
Well, and that's the thing too, is that it's just like I know what I really like to vape. So it's kind of hard to set other things up because I know it's not going to vape like my favorite things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's every now and then I find I stumble across something I haven't vaped in a while that I remember is a solid piece. Like this, for instance, I haven't vaped the Reload 26 in some time, but I remembered when I used to rock it pretty heavy how much I loved it. So, yeah, dude. The bagel is not awful. Okay. But with that, let's see. Oh shoot, it's already about that time, fellas.
Yeah,
it snuck up on us real quick there. So what do you say there, Sean?
Well, shit, folks. This is the time that I say, stretch your legs, grab a drink, hit the can, or do like us and inhale the good shit and exhale the bullshit because it's some shed time.
Let's do it. Welcome back. What's going on, peeps? We're back from our shed time break. Sorry, I'm just all right. Back into auto. Now we're good. I was breathing in manual for anybody that was wondering. We're good to go now. Especially now that I got a nice ice cold infinite swirl, Sean. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, fuck you guys both. I can't even get those, and you guys are just throwing them in my face. Are those going to be around in like 2 months, 3 months?
As
My
long as you go to a
understanding-
7-Eleven or what's the other one? Fastlane?
Speedway. Speedway.
Okay, well,
We'll find
hopefully
them.
they survive. If they don't survive and we think that they're going to go out, Sean, I'm just going to say, listen, I'm going to send PayPal you some money, and you're
Listen,
just
we
going to
we,
buy
we will
some.
make sure you get to experience it.
I need to try it. You guys
Yeah.
both look like you're really enjoying it.
Yeah.
It is a
That means
very
I do.
wonderful pineapple berry
very,
flavor
very
for
tasty.
sure.
Yeah, Sean coined the term breathing in manual, by the way. So thank you for that, Sean. We're going to go ahead and end
Yes,
this poll,
sir.
figure out what game we're going to play tonight, and it looks like it's one of the OG games that we started playing way back in the day. It's time for a little bit of Take It or Leave It. With this is a game where we come up with some sort of category of things that you guys start dropping some suggestions in chat. We'll pick it out, pass it around the panel, and say whether we would take it or leave it. Pretty simple, you know what I mean? I hit 10K in my personal total sales at the distillery today. Not bad for less than 4 months. Fuck yeah, sick boy, dude.
Yo, that's
Dang,
good shit.
dude, 10K. That
Fuck.
seems like a lot.
Give yourself a nice pat on the
I'm
back
impressed.
there, sir. Damn, dude. Never been able to describe that so accurately. Yeah, dude, exactly. Because you literally have to think, and you have to ease off
You have to
the
control
clutch.
it.
You know what I mean? You gotta
Yep,
slow
yep.
release. You don't just fucking drop it. Because if you just drop, you're gonna fucking stall out, dude. Anyway, sneakers. I don't know if that would be a good one for this crew personally. I don't think we're
I don't know
we're
anything.
big on shoes personally. What else you guys thinking here? What else we thinking? Trying to think of something that we haven't done.
That's a tough one. That's the tough one. I did have a thought the other day, and it's a variant on one that we've done, and that's modern cars. Because we've done classics. But I don't know if we've done, like, say, cars from the last, say, 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know if we have either.
Yeah.
I might have to pull up a little Google window just in
Yeah, it'll
case,
definitely have to be a Google window because I'm not sure, like, I can immediately picture every modern car, but
that sound good to you, Chris, or what?
Yeah, sure. I don't care. That sounds good to me. When you say modern, it's like probably like the last 5 odd years.
say, like, yeah, like 5 to 10 years even.
Okay, like 2015 to now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say that's modern. Okay.
Yeah. We'll call those modern cars.
Okay.
Horatio says anything but cars.
Well, it can be vehicles. I mean, if you're a truck person or if you really just hate automobiles.
Yeah. Vehicular devices that one operates on the roadways.
Yeah, let's do that. Because that can encompass all kinds of
Motorcycles,
things.
trucks.
Because there's things that with 4 wheels, 2 wheels, 18 wheels, 3 wheels.
Yeah, send it. All motored vehicles.
Let those suggestions start dropping. We'll pick them out, pass them around, and see what we think.
And we'll definitely save that one for another game because
For sure.
classic video games is a great suggestion.
Where's my freaking mouse? You guys want to just start there?
Which one?
The one that came up twice back to back?
The one that definitely made me laugh.
The Cybertruck. Take it or leave it.
I'm leaving it.
Nope. I'm also leaving it for so many reasons. I'll just say it's gross looking, and I want to drive a manual. You can't get it in a manual.
Yeah, you can't get a manual in an electric vehicle, so that's not going to happen for you.
Yeah.
Have you seen them in person?
Yes, I
I have
have.
not
It's
actually.
fucking hideous,
Yeah.
Chris.
I mean, they look really bad. So like
Like
I
no,
could
like
only
in person,
imagine.
it's an even bigger monstrosity than in pictures.
Yeah, I'm honestly gonna leave it too, man. Like the interior and stuff looks pretty slick. I'm not gonna lie, but the outside just fucking kills it for me. It's like I don't want to have to fucking walk out to that thing every day.
Not to mention, like the huge number of other problems it's had. Nope, hard pass.
Yeah, and I don't like the fact that it only comes in one color. So that means I'm gonna have to go and spend more money after the fact to get it a different color.
Like wrapped.
Yeah, get it wrapped or something because you can't just fucking what is it, stainless?
Yeah, it's just raw stainless. People's toe hitches have been snapping off. Uh, as Warthog points out, like it doesn't even have a full truck bed. You put like maybe 3 bags of mulch in it before it's full. I could fit more in the trunk of my fucking Ford Taurus.
Remember to keep dropping suggestions there, people, as well.
This isn't meant to just shit on the Cybertruck. But I'll go next because there's another one in the chat that's not the Cybertruck, and we'll do the Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro from Drip Dairy.
Dude, honestly, they're pretty slick, man. Like if you're someone who's like into like any sort of like off-roading sort of thing, like of course you're not going to be like doing super crazy unless you do a little bit of some work to it or you get like the super crazy, souped up one. Like the new one for 2025, dude, honestly looks kind of sick.
I will say that I would take it, even an older one, if there was such a thing. Like
There's older ones.
Yeah.
I'm not like a huge Toyota fan. Like my buddy K-Pop, like he's loved Toyota forever, and he'd always like talk shit about like Chevrolet and this and that. And he's had the same truck now for
Dude,
probably like 13 or 14 years, something
even
like that.
this 2015 looks slick, dude.
Yeah, and like I think his truck looked all right.
Dude,
And I've
I've never
seen these. I've never seen a 4Runner version, but I've seen the like a Tacoma version,
Yeah, like
like the TRD
yeah.
type shit.
My
I
dad had was it a Tacoma? Yeah, he had a Tacoma growing up, and he loved that truck, dude. It ran for a long time, and I don't remember why he ended up getting rid of it. I think he like got into an accident, or he ended up trading it in to get something else. But dude, that truck was pretty slick. But dude, like, I've always kind of been a fan of like Toyota, like SUVs and like their trucks. You know what I mean?
yeah, I would totally take it too. I mean, Toyotas hold value like crazy. The Toyota engines last for fucking ever. I mean, my wife's driving one with over 200,000 miles on it, and it still runs like a top. So I mean, Toyota engines are definitely well built, and I mean, dude, the 4Runner looks pretty cool. It can handle, as this TRD package, it can handle some
It can handle
basic
some shit.
off-roading.
It
You
can
know what
handle
I
some
mean? Like
shit.
you can go down some beaten trails and shit and have some fun with it still, you know? I wouldn't, try too much rock picking with it without,
Yeah,
upfitting
like
it some more.
going
But
through like a big ass puddle on some fucking trail.
you wanna go down the trails in the forest, like the ATVs and stuff, like you could probably do it. You'd be all right,
Or like old decommissioned roads, you know?
Yeah, yeah, the old fire trails, you'll have a blast. I used to love ripping those up in my buddy's Cherokee. That shit was so much fun.
But yeah, honestly, I think that this looks pretty slick. Like the new one, the 2025.
It's a good looking truck.
Yeah, it's like a pretty
SUV.
slick looking vehicle. call it a vehicle.
Honestly, the funny thing for me is because of what I do for a living, I kind of wonder what that would look like outfit with all the lights and shit.
What's that?
The Forerunner.
Oh, dude, they look slick, bro.
It's like nobody in my state's doing that, but I'm about to be doing some Broncos. I'm kind of excited to see what these 2025
Like,
Broncos
dude,
look like all set up.
this
Okay, in chat I put a Forerunner. Like to me, I would drive that just like that, not do anything to it. I think it just looks
like
really
here, let me
clean.
see if I can.
And
Yeah,
I love gray, bro. I love gray cars.
it is a good looking automobile.
What about
Yeah.
that one? That one's more
It's
like
pretty
the one
slick.
Sean, kind of like Sean was saying, some lights and shit on
Yeah,
it.
it's like outfitted a
No,
little bit.
I'm talking like turning it into a police truck
Oh,
outfitted with the lights on it.
that could be pretty slick too. But dude,
Like
I've seen these
I
things
think
with
it would be
fucking
kind of dope.
snorkels on them too, bro. Like people have gone all out on these things. But anyways, let's move on to the next one. We can keep talking about this one for a long time. So Chris, I think it's your pick, dude.
Okay,
If there's
I'm
anything
going
else
to
out there.
go.
So don't forget to keep throwing vehicles out there, guys.
Okay, even though this wasn't suggested, it was still written in the chat, and I'm gonna pick it. And it's a 2018 GMC Canyon, like Warthog, or I'm just gonna
GMC
say Warthog.
Canyon, huh?
Yeah, he actually owns one, but I'm picking it because I want to see what you guys, if you guys would rock that.
Dude, the canyons are pretty nice, man. It's I think it's pretty much the GMC version of the whatchamacallit?
The Colorado.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's not
Maybe a
like
little bit bigger than a Colorado.
no, I think they're pretty much I
No,
think
they're
it's
the
the
same.
exact
It's like a
it's the
S10
exact
and
same
a
thing.
Jimmy.
Yeah. Because you know how like they're built off the same chassis. It's just the only difference really is the emblem. You have the General Motors version and then the Chevy
Yeah,
version.
it's just like a different front clip.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I would take it, and I think I like the stance of this truck more than a Colorado.
I think that it looks pretty fucking good. I don't know. I think it definitely looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I would draw one if it was manual.
Dude, honestly, I'm at the point right now where I really, really just miss having a truck. So I'm at the point right now where I'll pretty much take anything
That's a truck.
except for the Cyber. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd definitely go with one of these, bro. My buddy had a what would that have been? A 2008 maybe?
Warthog says his canyon is the all-terrain.
Oh dang, it's even like more pimped up. Let me see what that looks like. I'm sure I've seen one on the road, but
I like that there's a Denali package for it.
Yeah.
So you could just, be even more baller with it.
oh, okay. The
So you got the enhanced
okay.
suspension and all that sort of shit.
Like running boards.
Yeah, there's
or
a
like
bunch
Yeah.
of different versions.
not running boards, but
Yeah. It's a good looking truck.
All right. So now it's back to me. Let's see. We're doing more modern day cars, guys, just for reference. But I did see one up here from Hungry Hippo. The Mustang Mach E.
I'm out. It's electric. I even if people could be like, "Oh man, it's so fast." Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. It's not gonna be fun for me to drive. Just going fast is not fun for me.
I mean,
Like I want to like fucking be slamming and going fast. That's fun.
I have driven one. Driven several. It's part of my job. We build them for people and turn them into like, police, EPA, all that kind of shit. I'm gonna leave it. I can't stand this goddamn car, and it's from a maintenance perspective, honestly. Um, it is fun to drive once in a while. Like I've flat out said, like I've got some 2023s that are just rotting on the lot. Like if they cut me a good enough deal, I would buy one. But there are some maintenance issues that make me crazy for my job and what I do, managing my lot. That like if your 12-volt battery dies in that, you don't have a key to get into. Like you don't have a physical key in a Mach-E. So you have to have a special spot to jump just to open your fucking hood so that you can jump your 12 volts so that you can open your door. If your 12 volts dead, you can't charge your main cell. So yeah, a whole bunch of little things about it that make it frustrating from a maintenance perspective. But it's fun to drive. It's got a lot of nice little features, but no, I would never want one.
Aaron says I can roll my car down a hill and start it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That is
Exactly,
the
right?
legendary part. Hey, Ern, just let you know, you can also just push it in a flat parking lot fast enough, because I've had to do it a couple times in my younger years because I was too broke to buy a battery and I just knew I was gonna
Yeah.
die.
I'm not really a fan of, like, I honestly, like, it's cool that they go fast and all that, dude, but like I don't have much faith in the electric car, bro. It's just there's so many things that I feel like could go wrong and I could get screwed, that I'm just like, no, just give me the old combustion engine, man, and I'm good to go.
Yep.
All right, so we got any other new suggestions out there? Let's get off the electric.
I seen a few out there.
At this point, I'll just pick anything.
Yeah. I saw one and it's I'm just gonna go for the blanket version here, but the Vespa. The old Vespa scooter.
See, I think I'd have to ride one before I can fully make the decision.
I think that I would do it. I would definitely, I would take it. Dude, that'd be fun to drive. Like I live in a spot where the minute you get off of like my main road kind of thing and get down like a bit of a slower road, it's like lots of cool, easy riding around here. I think it would be pretty fun. Seeing Will's, it's like actually bigger than I would have thought. And his is definitely in the last 10 years. It's like 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. I don't know.
Like, here's the thing, I would definitely ride one, but would I own one?
Well, it's not like, hey, would you buy it?
Well,
would you take it? Would you take it to drive it? Like I always assumed that everything was free. It's like I got the keys to this car. Can I go drive it? Yeah, I would definitely go drive it. It's fine. Okay, I want it. Nice, let's go. I would win a Vespa and drive it.
Where are you at on this, Sean?
I definitely don't think about it from in terms of would I buy it in this sense, but I think for me it would really come down to where I live. Like where I live now, no, I would have to leave it. But I think in the right circumstance, yes, I would take it. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable with the amount of traffic in the area I live using a Vespa around here. I feel like that's just kind of like asking for trouble.
Yeah, but how about up in Maine?
But right, like if I was in the kind of community that was a little bit slower paced, yeah. But then I'll flip that if I was in like European cities, right? Like you see, it's very common in Italy. People are riding Vespas everywhere. Places where it was way more common, I would take it. Just where I live now, I'd have to leave it.
We're talking about the new ones, and the one that Will has specifically that he named up there goes about like, what do you say? The thing goes like 70 or some shit.
I think that it does at least 70.
And that's just how he bought it. He didn't mod it out or nothing.
Yeah, it's not tricked down. I think it's a nicer one, but
Ben says, hell yes, this puppy gets 70 miles per gallon also for
Well,
his.
there you go.
So that's another great feature of owning a Vespa is your gas mileage is intense.
Yeah, because I think that Will's is like 150 cc's or something. It's not like a little like 80
You know what? I'll
cc.
probably just take it, bro. Because honestly, it's not what I want. It's not what I'd want, but I'd probably take it still, though.
Yeah, Will's could have 250 cc's. I'll find out.
The fastest I've had it was 90.
Oh, yeah, I don't even have to figure it out.
Just
Will's here.
just picturing Will on that thing going
Dude,
90, bro.
90.
I'm just imagining him with the death wobbles.
It's like he just hits a bump a little too good in the back ends. It's like
Ben says I don't have one. That's just a Dumb and Dumber reference.
Ah. Shows you how long it's been since I've seen that flick. I think it's Chris's pick next.
all right. Let me just quickly go up here. Um, I don't. I'm struggling to see
I
one
don't
that
think
we
there
haven't.
is really anything because I don't think
There was
anybody's been
one
dropping
that.
in.
Oh, okay. Well, drop some more suggestions, please, people. That'd be fantastic. Even if it's your car and it happens to be in the last 10 years, drop it in the chat. Like we're ready for it. But just to kill some time, I'm gonna pick one from Horatio. It's not a car, but it is something that can transport you. How about would you guys take or leave an electric skateboard?
Honestly, one of those I might take, bro. Like honestly, watching some of like Tony B's videos, like here and there, whenever he like does his like skateboard things, like those things look like it looked sick to like take out. Like if you like were going on like a camping trip or some shit, or like you know what I mean, or you're like maybe just like on like a nice scenic kind of like area, and you could just kind of like zip around and just like take in the sights.
Yeah, if there's like big
Yeah, yeah,
sidewalks and
yeah.
bike
Or like you're at
paths and
like a
all that
beach or
or
something,
whatever.
you can just fucking cruise it down the bike path down the fucking beach. I would take one for sure. That'd be sick.
I've never watched a Tony B video, so maybe I need to watch one.
I've also watched other ones, but Tony B also does those videos. Shout out
Oh
to
yeah, I
Tony.
just honestly I'm not entirely sure I know what you guys are talking about because like I haven't seen a lot of them. I saw the ones that have like the bigger tires that you can use,
Yeah.
like off-roading, that's it.
No, they
But
have.
I want to see like a longboard and electric video.
That's pretty much
Because
what they are now. They're just like long boards with like motors on them. They just freaking zip you around. You got like little hand controls. But yeah, dude, I'd take one, dude. That'd be sick.
I think I'd leave it.
Really?
My balance is not there for that shit.
Yeah, I feel like with that though, like once you're like pretty set, because you're just like, because the one thing about like skateboarding and balance is like it's the stepping off, pushing, keeping that kind of consistency going. Like trying to keep your balance doing that can kind of get a little squirrely for some people. But I feel like once you get in there and you're set and you get your your power stance, you know what I'm saying, bend your knees a little bit and just fucking zoom. Feel like there's not too much to worry about as long as you're not going too fast. But hey, at the end of the day, if you're not into it, you're not into it.
I would be more of an e-bike guy than a e-board.
I think that I would definitely try it. I mean, it's not like you have to go fast. So like I think that I would try it. Um yeah, I'd take it. Fuck it.
Sorry, dudes. This takes precedence. It involves
Dude,
me.
I'm watching a Tony B video. It's like him just like ripping and like this is what I think I would ride. Like I would ride it on. He's just going on like the outskirt walking paths of like a coastal thing, and there's like a development on the one side, and then there's like piers. But the fucking it's like a 30-foot wide asphalt path. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So it's got a remote control for your speed.
Yeah. Dude, and some of them can get zipping pretty quick, dude.
I can't remember what he just said to this one, how fast it
Oh,
goes, but
so we all answered that one, right?
Yep.
And I'm guessing it's back to me. I just want to throw one last one out there, just because I was hoping someone would say, take it or leave it, slingshot.
I would leave that. I would leave that. I wouldn't fuck with a slingshot or a raptor or like whatever those like car motorcycles are.
I'm gonna take it because I've actually ridden in one, and it is fucking cool. Like
Dude,
it is pretty goddamn fun to ride in.
they look pretty fucking sick, dude. And I feel like it'd be pretty fun to rip around in.
Okay, so here everywhere you'd have to have a helmet, and like I wouldn't want to ride in a car with a helmet. I don't know. I just like, and I don't know. Like, would I ride in one? The answer is if I'd ride in one, but if I took it, I probably would barely use it.
See, this goes back to my whole Vespa thing, and you're like, "Well, yeah, dude, you're just getting it for free. You're not having to pay for it. You're not
Yeah,
telling
but
me.
I'm just
You're
saying,
telling me
like,
you wouldn't
so I
want to take
would.
it for a zip."
But am I gonna take something for free and then have to deal with it after just for a
See,
fucking
that was my
run?
whole thing with the Vespa, bro, and you got on me on that.
But that's the thing, right? Like honestly, the people, the reason I was able to do that was because of working in the cannabis industry, right? And so the people who afford those things, they are the kind of people who have very large garages, and so they only take it out 5 or 6 times a year
Yeah, like
because
what,
those
like
are the
four or
best
five
days of the
hundred
year to
miles a
do it.
year?
You know what I mean?
Or they do like a big day trip, like and like one Saturday a month for like May through
You know,
September.
right? It's like, hey, it's a beautiful day in July. Let's go cruise down to fucking this town and go have a good time, and we'll take the slingshot this time. Oh hell yeah, let's do it. It's one of those. It's another part of the whole like not the destination, it's about the journey.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it's
like
it's
owning a
having
quad. Are you gonna drive your quad every day? No, but you might take it out on the weekend.
yeah, exactly. It's just a really big quad at that rate, from that very perspective of how you're using it.
Or it's an ATC, but the one wheel's in the back, less
It-
tippy.
yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys ever ride an ATC growing up as a kid? Like the 3-wheel uh jammies? It's like a quad, but there's got the one single wheel in the front and the two in the back.
Oh, a three-wheeler?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think I ever did.
I rode one maybe a couple times when I was like 13,
Dude,
14.
you can fuck yourself up on those things real quick, dude.
Yeah, so like I was basically told that if I fucked it up, I was gonna have to pay for it, but I was also told that if I didn't like drive it, basically I was a bitch, I guess. I don't know. So I drove it, and so I was really soft on it because everyone's like, dude, these things fucking tip, they like kill people. I'm
Yeah,
like,
dude, because
nice.
dude, taking a tight turn on that thing, bro, you'll go over real quick. 'Cause if you're not leaning, dude, there's no fucking, you don't have any fucking stabilization up front, bro. You just got that one fucking tire. So you start fucking taking a turn, all of a sudden one wheel comes up, and then you're fucked.
Well, not only that, I think that like they probably just catwalk like crazy. If you punch it too hard, you
Oh
get thrown
yeah,
out the back because the front end's so light.
all kinds of stuff. Ben says 3-wheelers gave me trauma. I'm sure anybody that rode one at some point has a little bit of trauma from one.
Rolled it, tipped it, flipped it, rolled it off the back. Oof.
Yeah, crazy. Well, anyways, dudes, I think it's going to wrap up tonight's episode. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We greatly appreciate it. Next week, what do we want to do next week? Oh, we want to do another quick wick?
I'm
Yeah, we
game.
could do some.
I'm game. It's also gonna be our last show before Christmas.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Also, hey, anybody, open call out to anybody who wants to join us for a quick wick.
Yeah, a Shedhead quick wick.
Shedhead quick wick. So
the more the merrier.
Yeah. So if you want to join us and you want to try to see what kind of time you can get, and like with this, all you're doing is installing some cotton. You're not putting coils in, any of that. It's just wicking something up and seeing how fast you can do it. If you want to join us, send us an email to thegreenroom.shedtime@gmail.com. That's the greenroom shedtime@gmail.com. It's down in the description if you guys need that. Send us an email, say you want to join us, and if we get a couple people in, maybe we'll just have a couple on. If we only get one person, we'll just have one person on. We'll see how things go. Other than that, Chris, over to you, man.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, go to shutdownpodcast.com. Check it out. Click some stuff, do some things. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me. So everybody be safe. Have a good week. Sean, take it away.
Yeah, I'm gonna echo Chris and just say thanks to everybody who tunes in weekly. Thanks to everybody who's catching replays. We do really appreciate all of you. And check out the Shed Time Podcast. ShedTimePodcast.com has all the links. And with that, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun.
Absolutely. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for my favorite segment of the week, a little bit of some Confucius say. And today, your wise words of wisdom, food for thought to think about are: the best way to slow a running horse? Bet on it.
It's very true. Very true.
But then he also says, Sean, marriage is like a game of poker. Start with the pair, end with the full house.
Not my experience, but also very true.
But then he also says, it is better to have lost a lover than to love a loser.
God damn, finish him with the deep one.
So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us. Enjoy your weekend out there. Be safe. Come back next week for a quick wick. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up as we normally do by sending out all those positive vibes, crisp high fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them. And as always, let's just vape on, shedheads.